Today I'm going to show you how to change a belt on your CF Moto U10 Pro. This is a Highland version. I saw a comment on one of the Facebook pages saying, I wish somebody would make us a video on how to change a belt. It's like, hey, mine's in the shop, or our Hunterworks vehicle's in the shop. I get out there and make a video of it. You will see that I'm up on a lift and the tire's off. You do not have to have it on the lift. You do not have to take your tire off. I did it for ease of use for me, and take the tire off so that you can see it and hear a little better. Also, normally this camera is not this close and at this angle, but this lift cylinder for this dump bed is kind of in the way. We normally have it over here. I encourage you to subscribe and like these videos because we have a good bit of content planned. Hunterworks purchased this vehicle to get into the clutches, see what needs improving, belts, etc. And so stay subscribed. You CF Moto owners may be new to Hunterworks. Hunterworks is certainly not new to CVT clutching. We've been doing this 22 years. So stay tuned. Next thing is you're going to notice my clutch cover is off. It's very easy to take off. I use one of these flexible shafts on an impact. The screw size is 5/16 or I believe 8mm works, but I use 5/16 and the clamps a 9/32 is what I use, and I believe it's probably a 6 or 7mm, but I couldn't find that particular socket, and these work. You just simply take the screws out around the cover, the clamps off the duct, pull the cover off. Pretty easy. All right, so once we're into it this far, this is where the questions come in, and we'll run through it real quick. You have two choices of belt change tools that I'm aware of. One is the one that's in your toolkit, that's in your glove box, this bent handle little tool. And then if you'll go to hunterworks.com, you will see that we have a belt change tool or screw. This is nothing more than an 8mm long set screw with what's called a dog point head on it. If you'll take a look at the end of the belt change tool, or if you use a regular old bolt, it doesn't have a dog point on it. So in a minute, when I show you where to put it, it screws into these threads and bumps up against the helix, and over time you can mess the end of the threads up, and then when you turn it out you also can mess up the threads in this piece. So with the dog point screw, it doesn't mess it up because it doesn't have threads on the end. Plus, using a ratchet or an impact like I'll show you here in a second is way faster than using this by hand. Okay, so we're going to use Hunterworks method. All right, you got three choices, three threaded holes. I'm going to try to stay out of the camera's view. I'm going to pick one that is not, there's a hole right here, so I'm not going to pick that one. We got a clear spot there and a clear spot there. Screw it in. I'm going to be using a 5/32 Allen. Hold it. All right, and it bottomed out right here. You can see it bottomed out. Don't go no more. If you keep going, you're going to break something. If you're doing it by hand, you'll feel a certain stop. And at this point, you take your belt and roll it off. And right off the primary clutch. Okay? Something quick about the belt, then we'll go back to changing. This particular belt that came on my machine is made by Bando. There's a series of numbers right here. That is not a part number. Those are actually measurements. 1091.3, which is length in millimeters. Width is 35.2, and the angle on the belt is 26. If your vehicle has this number on it, I promise you, it's not right. And this is June of 25. We do not have our version of this belt out yet, 2 or 3 months, and I have a sneaking suspicion that the OE belt is going to be changing as well. So just keep that in mind for now. We'll revisit that later. All right, so now let's put our belt back on. And I do realize that as of today's date, there is no aftermarket belt, and an OE belt is extremely expensive. I've never even seen an OEM belt that costs as much as these do. So maybe they're, say the vehicle cheap, kill you on the parts. I believe this one's $300 and something. But nonetheless, let's get our belt back on. All right, FYI on belts. Directions do not matter regardless of what you hear. A lot of times you'll see an arrow pointing in a particular direction that it needs to turn, but that is simply for reference. so that you know what way to repeat putting it on. So I always tell people, put it on there where you can read it. It says bando, I can read it, and it's going on that direction. Belts are only directional after their first use. All right, get it around the primary, up in the bottom of secondary. Watch out for these fins. They're kind of a pain. And it's back on. Take your little screw out. It does not pop right back out, but do not panic. All you have to do is turn. And it starts riding back up to the top of the secondary, getting tight. And that's a normal noise, by the way. And that, my friend, is it on how to change a belt on a CF Moto U10 Pro. Need help on these vehicles? Todd at Hunterworks.com. Again, subscribe and like so you see our future content. Got a lot of stuff planned and new products planned. I don't like to let the cat out of the bag till I possess some of this stuff. We have several products already in the works that'll help you out. So if you need help, Todd at Hunterworks.com. Appreciate you guys so much. If I can help you, let me know.